welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 73, ChooChube. In this episode, we discuss expanding the JfG empire. JfG Ash says a bad word, but you'll never know which one. I'm also very sorry. JfG Alex is back and sounds totally fucked. We have been playing Norman Sky and therefore can comment on it. And finally, a massive thank you for everyone that's getting in contact with us. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to the JfG Podcast. This is episode 73. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how you doing?
Hey buddy, yeah, I'm good as always. I'm bigger today on the screen. As you
Penally?
Penisly, I am humongous today.
As I've heard from a variety of sources. But
yeah,
you mean on the screen as well? You're talking.
Yeah, on the actual live stream, buddy. On because like we always say, we do this live every Wednesday, and you can watch it on ChooChube. On ChooChube, there we go.
ChooChube.
We've got Facebook, Twitter, and ChooChube now. We're making it. We're getting there.
And those nicknames are really catching on as well.
Yeah, they really are,
Blowing up everywhere they are, yeah.
We're bigger and better. I've done a redo of the, graphics and shit. We've got everything's going on. We've got live chat feed in the video itself. I've got little videos going on. It's amazing.
It's something to behold, buddy. It really is.
Gibbons, buddy, and I don't know if there's any spelling mistakes, but if there is, let me know. That's fine.
Seems more than reasonable, buddy.
Indeed, buddy. So yeah, I guess we should probably start with you on what you've been doing this week, because it's more interesting than what I've been doing.
I've been on holiday. It's worth noting, of course, if you hadn't already worked it out, which you probably have if you are a regular listener. I don't normally sound like this. I've returned from Europe, as is often the case when you get on a plane. You come back with a cold.
Oh, I thought there'd be snakes on that plane.
No, I've come out better off of the two, I think. But yeah, I find when I go on a plane and it recycles the air of like 200 people for a few hours, I tend to get sick. So that's kind of what happened. But it was nice of it to wait until I got home, so it didn't wreck my holiday. But yes, I have been to Sweden, buddy.
Sweden?
Stockholm.
I'm hugely knowledgeable of Stockholm.
You certainly are, and it's amazing if you put a quiz together on a city, how much you actually remember and retain.
Yeah.
Because we were wandering around historic Stockholm, and I was able to tell the missus various fucking facts. We also went to several of the places that featured in last week's quiz that you aced quite miraculously.
I'm still pissed that I didn't get the 5 out of 5. Like, I should have gone for the simple, just like after work. I knew it was that. It was that. But
it was a provisional 5 as far as I'm concerned, because you couldn't resist the stupid answer. You never can. That's how I get you.
Yeah,
so.
You bastard.
But yeah, I went to Stockholm, buddy. It's fucking great. What a great city. And what an expensive city. Holy shit.
How did that work out for you?
Yeah, well, you're talking, I don't know, amazing prices. Like the price of, well, they don't do pints, they're smaller than that, but their version of a pint was, over in the UK at the moment for our foreign listeners, the average price of a pint outside of maybe London is what, $3.50? Somewhere between $3.50 and £4, I would say, is the average price of a pint around my neck of the woods. And you might do it for like £3 up north.
£2. £2.50. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, the cheapest... Well, there was one place in Stockholm that was doing reasonably priced alcohol, but everywhere else, literally everywhere else except one bar, the minimum price I paid for a beer was £7.
Wow. I mean...
Yeah. And I regularly paid more than that, like £8 or £8.50. So
That's,
you're talking a lot of money.
Yeah, okay,
Got
cool.
a glass of wine for the missus. It was like a tenner for a glass of wine.
That's insane.
Every time we ate out, the bill came, for two of us, the bill came to like 70 quid for the two of us to have like a meal in a modest restaurant. So, yeah, I mean, we had McDonald's on the last day and it came to like 16 quid for the two of us as
Should've
well.
just done that all week, though. I mean, standard.
Yeah,
can't go wrong
perhaps,
there.
buddy. I'm sure that wouldn't have tarnished the affair in the slightest. But
Definitely not.
But yeah, went on a boat, did a boat tour.
Motherfucking boat, yeah.
I went up the fucking Ericsson Globe, buddy. I don't know if you're aware that the Ericsson Globe is the world's largest spherical building.
Yeah, mate, I knew that.
Gibbons. What I didn't
Did you
know
know
about
that it's
it
in
was
Stockholm as well?
I did. I did
knew
know
that
that.
as well.
I knew how to get there. What I didn't know was that it's actually used as an arena, like the Dome, like the O2. So it's actually like a part of an arena complex. And so they had like I can't remember. Selena Gomez was playing there like in a couple of days' time. It's like some big like pop arena. But what they've done to it is they've attached this like weird little cable car type thing on the side of it, like these little balls, like golf balls that you get inside.
Yeah.
And they go up like a funicular type thing up onto the top of it. So I actually went up on top of the dome and you could see like the whole city in every direction and that. It was really cool.
Was it a bit scary?
I wasn't scared because I trusted in the Swedish engineering that had put me there, buddy. So all was well. They got their shit together over there. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Amazing hotel, like absolutely faultless. I can't think of anything that was wrong with it. The breakfast every morning was wonderful. The location was amazing. Every street is really picturesque and lovely and clean, and everyone's nice.
Nice. Like it.
It's almost like having a bit of money makes people nicer. I don't know. Maybe that's not the case at all. But either way, the only place I was able to get pissed the whole time I was there, like financially, the only place I was able to get pissed was this bar called the Lion Bar, which was selling the same beers that I was paying $7.50 for everywhere else.
Yeah.
For £2.40.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
What doesn't make sense is that place wasn't busy.
What?
I don't understand.
Was it like some sort of fascist bar or racist bar? Or
no, it
something?
seemed quite PC, in fact. Plus, it was called the Lion Bar, which is one of my favourite chocolate bars, which was an added perk.
That does make it a bit better.
It's almost like the people of Stockholm's main mission in life is not just to get fucked up, and I can't really understand that at all, buddy.
I mean, when you call happy hour after work, I mean.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Dunno, mate. So yeah, went to lots of lovely places. Went to Old Town. And on the last day, I managed to rope the missus in, although it wasn't hard because she was like, that sounds stupid, let's do that. Actually went to a football match on the last day.
Nice, buddy. Who'd you see?
I went to see the mighty Djurgården, which is actually spelt Djurgardens, and that's how I've been pronouncing it for the last 20 years.
Cool. Like it.
Djurgården versus Elfsborg at the prestigious Tele2 Arena, which is actually their national stadium.
Really?
So,
what, like our Wembley kind of thing?
Yes, it was our Wembley. The tickets were, I think, 15 quid each, and it was a really good game. Like, it was a 2-2 thriller, a couple of really good goals as well, and they had like the whole standing section with the ultras and like the megaphone doing the dancing and the bouncing and shit. They did the Icelandic thunderclap at one point as well. It was fucking good. It was really, really good.
That's awesome, buddy. That sounds like a barrel of fun. If you could barrel fun up, I mean, that's what it would be.
You'd find it in Sweden, buddy. That's where you'd find it. So, yeah, the only other thing to say about Stockholm and Sweden as a whole, by the sounds of things, is that they absolutely despise cash. Like, they don't like cash at all. They're
just not a big fan of cash money.
Well,
it
really made me rethink my entire life, buddy, because what is the point of cash?
It's there.
Why do you need cash?
It's physical. Physical.
So yeah, so what? So basically, I've thought long and hard about this, and I've decided the only reason we need cash is because some places don't take cards. Like, there's no other reason.
Oh, I thought you meant like in history. What is the point of cash? Like,
no, now.
If
now.
It's like I give you 2 chickens. You give me £4.
I wasn't disbelieving of the concept of currency throughout the ages. I'm talking about right this moment in time, buddy.
Because he might not be able to give me anything for my 2 chickens, so he gives me
absolutely no
actual money.
Commerce as a whole, I've got no problem with. Absolutely not. But I have to say, the only reason that you need cash these days is because some places don't take cards or charge for the use of cards.
Yes. Bastards.
If every single thing in the world took cards and didn't charge you extra for it, there would be no need for dollar bills, yo.
Exactly.
So, and that's what's going on over in Sweden, buddy. No one takes cash. Some people literally refused cash, and some places didn't have tills. You can't rob a fucking till if everything's on a card, buddy. So,
true.
And all the buses and all the trains, you could buy the tickets on your mobile. Yeah. And it's just a QR code. And just wander on and they scan it. Yeah, I was going to say,
there's that Android Pay and, the iPhone Pay or whatever it is. I don't know, Apple
Pay.
This
had that. Or you could just chuck a debit card on there and use that, and it just did it automatically.
Nice.
Like, some places had like GPS, so you didn't even need to buy a ticket. It just auto did it on your phone if you stepped onto a tram and stuff.
That's cool.
So yeah.
I like that.
Special.
Nice, buddy. Wow.
So yeah, special times for me, buddy. Came back with a cold, but I don't really mind because I didn't have it over there, as I said. And
that's the main thing. You don't want that over there.
And that's me, buddy. That's me. So what have you been up to?
I would put it down as Photoshop, After Effects, and Premiere Pro mania. I would call my week
mania,
yeah.
Some sort of bonanza.
It's like some sort of wrestling / craze fest. So while you're away, obviously last week we finished Soma, and I incredibly enjoyed doing our share play, whatever that is. That's what it's called. And it was really good fun playing a single player game together. And I was like, well, I would really enjoy it if we could stream this on YouTube, because obviously we play games together a lot, and I feel like doing like single player games together, it would be quite funny, and I enjoy doing it. So why not share that with anyone that wants to watch it? Who knows?
I totally agree. I was thinking exactly that while we were doing it, but of course with SharePlay, you can't stream on the console at the same time.
Exactly, buddy. You can't do the same thing. And obviously we stream, once again, I'm plugging the streaming of our podcast right now is on YouTube on every Wednesday.
Hello.
That's when we do it. Hey, on ChooChube. And yep. So I looked into getting some sort of capture card for my PC, and I've got one. I bought one, and I also bought this lovely new webcam that people can see me on now, and that's why I'm bigger and in a better resolution. So yeah, I bought some cheap capture card. I think it was like 40 quid off eBay. It seems to do the job. It can capture at 1080p at 30 frames per second, but if we really want that 60 frames per second, we can drop it down to 720p and capture it that way, which is fine. But I don't think my internet connection will be able to cope with anything that fast. So we'll just fucking see what happens. And if it ends up being like people really enjoy this stuff, then yeah, I'll get better stuff and make my internet faster. Whatever, we shall see. So yeah, I've been busy photoshopping, After Effectsing, and Premiere Proing this week. I've made all fresh new, overlays, I'm going to call it, for like games for the podcast. So if anyone does watch the stream, they can see our lovely pause menus with our animated ident, which I'm just going to put on right now because I really like it. It's the JfG logo, and it moves around and stuff, and yeah, it's right there. It's funny.
It's very pretty, buddy. It really is very, very nice.
Yeah. So I've pretty much been doing that, and looking into how to make, because we use OBS, it stands for Open Broadcast System, something like that, I think. And So yeah, that's the software I'm using, and it seems pretty good. Just learning how to use that a bit better. And I made some in Premiere Pro. I made some alpha videos, so like the transparency is there, like a PNG. So like we can have animation, like the ident and everything else. And yeah, I've just been busy doing that, and I think it will be loads of fun to do it together.
Absolutely. We're going to have to start lining up single-player games, and
Gibbons.
If the streams get popular, then we can take requests for games as well, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I haven't
decided whether to go with Twitch or YouTube, but I believe there's a way to do both. And wow, someone's in the chat right now, so there you go. Hey buddy.
Hey buddy.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. Oh, and obviously playing No Man's Sky.
Well, that's a lovely little transition, buddy. So I think we should probably head on into what we've been playing, shouldn't we?
Gibbons, buddy. Sounds good.
So obviously I was away over the weekend. I got back very late on Sunday and stayed back over at the missus on Monday. So I finally actually got some gaming in on yesterday evening for the first time since I went away. But I played No Man's Sky. That was the day before I was fucking off on my holidays. It unlocked at midnight and I played it till 3 in the morning. Then I went on holiday, and since then I've come back and played it for another 3 hours. So all I've played this week is No Man's Sky. I've put 7 hours in, something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's all you've played as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because I didn't even get on for game night this week because I had old parents up and about because I was busy. So yeah, like literally all I've played is No Man's Sky.
Well, let's talk about that then. And yeah, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. You've made some little notes here that might help us out a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't got a fucking clue where to start with this, but
it's a good question. So I got some topic ideas. Do we start off with the obvious, which is the inventory, buddy? I mean, do you want to go for that?
Yes. This is going to be... There's lots of pros, there's lots of cons. The reviews have come out and it's very mixed. A lot of people are very angry about stuff as well. We will get to that too. But as a starting point, I have to say that the first half an hour, I was just loving how freeform it felt, and then I spent an hour looking for a specific mineral, and that made me very angry.
Yeah, that will happen.
But yes.
Yeah, I started off and I found the iron incredibly fast. I couldn't find zinc, and what's the H1 you need? I can't remember what it is now. I'm really bad with the names of all the...
Iridium, I think it's called.
Iridium. We'll go for that. And it was saying that it's like a 6-mile trek over there. I'm like, okay, cool. This is when like I don't really know how to survive in the wild. So off I go. 6 minutes later, my life system is depleting and I'm slowly dying. I found some like fauna or flora, ate some of that. I guess I ate it or just rubbed it on my suit, made my health get better, which was cool. Rolled around in it, who knows. And then, I managed to get back. And on my way back, I was like, oh, zinc comes from what seems to be sunflowers. Sounds cool to me. It's all Greek to me, Choda boy.
I really liked how it didn't tell you anything at the start. Even though it was annoying and even though it meant that for a while I was kind of fumbling around and not sure what I was doing.
Yeah.
I really liked that it left you alone there. And I think that the bulk of this, the reason it's getting mixed reviews, a lot of it's going to come down to what you're after. And a lot of that was skewed by the hype. So for me, I am actually up for a Minecraft style game right now, and one where I've got a little spaceship. So for me, when the little Atlas orb pops up and it gives you the option to have some structure to what you're doing, I said, fuck off, not interested, mate. I'm just going to fly about. And so I've just been doing my own thing. But yeah, the opening moment when you first get into that ship, buddy, and disappear out of the atmosphere, I thought that was really just spectacular and very, very well done.
Mind-blowing, buddy, mind-blowing. Because like I said, I tried to stay away from like as much as the hype as possible, even though it was inevitable. I was going to see stuff about it, but yeah, just that feeling of like, sweet, I've repaired the ship. Oh, one thing about repairing the ship, like I got everything, and then I didn't know what to do, so I just sat in the ship for like a couple of minutes, going like, "What's this? What do I do?" And then ended up getting out and finding whatever it is you have to press that big red button or something. I was like, okay, yeah, I got it now. Well done. But yeah, that feeling of getting out of the atmosphere, and then you're like, oh, I'm in space, and then like there's stuff over there. I can fly towards that if I want. And it's cool how like it tells you like how many hours or days or whatever it is you're going to take to get over there if you're going really slow.
Yeah, I really like the time thing, the timer. I really like the different structures you can find on planets. I like doing a scan from space and finding abandoned buildings and stuff.
That is one of my best tips for anyone starting out on this game is while you're in space, have a little scan. It'll pop up and it'll tell you exactly what's there, and you can go for it if you want.
Because your scanner's pretty limited once you're on the surface, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. So, which is weird. Like, I don't understand that. Like, how can the scanner pick it up from space, but not within the planet? I
guess it's the ship scanner when you're in space and the suit scanner when you're on the planet. That kind of makes sense, I suppose.
But even when you're flying about on the planet, like in its atmosphere, and you do a scan.
Yeah, no, fair point.
Yeah, that's what
There's
I
some
found
weird shit
weird.
going on.
Yeah,
definitely.
Anyway. So, inventory, buddy.
There aren't enough slots.
Yeah, it's hard to manage your inventory in this game. I'm a massive hoarder in life and in video games. I'm a kleptomaniac.
You can't be in this one.
No, you can't be, which is horrible. Because I'm like, right, I've got my source of iron, check. I've got some zinc, check. I've got loads of plutonium, because you need that shit to stay alive and everything. So I'm like, cool, I've got that stashed. And then I come across something new. I'm like, aluminium? Need some of this, surely. But I haven't got any room for it, so what do? What do I get rid of? Huh? What do I do? And then shit, I'm out of range of my ship, so I can't transfer my stuff back to my ship now. Oh, I'm just, I don't know.
I think the thing that I find most annoying is the fact that all upgrades and perks and bolt-ons take up inventory slots. I think that's the thing that annoys me the most. So, like, if you want a jetpack upgrade or a suit upgrade of some description or a multi-tool upgrade, they all take up inventory slots that could be used for minerals and building materials and stuff. And I find that very annoying. But I also find it annoying the fact that if you don't follow the path of Atlas, then you basically are a huge disadvantage from finding suit upgrades, because you don't get that Atlas key straight off the bat. It's taken me, I don't know how many more hours than you to get to the stage where I now understand how to get extra slots for my exosuit, but I think it took me like 5 hours of gameplay before
I think it took me about 5 hours as well, because I was just going around looking for crap at the beginning until you find those like little space pods where they drop, like, I don't know, they're like triangle shaped things, and that's where I got my first one. So I was like, right, I need to find loads of these. And then obviously, yeah, like you said, I followed the Atlas path in the end, and ended up getting the Atlas V1 pass or card or whatever it is. I forged one of them, and the good thing about that is when you go to a space station, if you go in the door on the left instead of the right side of the hangar, you go in there and you can purchase a exosuit upgrade, which is definitely what you fucking want.
It really does make a massive difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
I didn't get to that stage until I was like, I don't know, 14, 15 hours in, I reckon. So literally last night, I was like, oh, this is a thing. That's awesome now. So I've got like 20 slots or something in my exosuit now. But once again, it's one of those things that like I just found in time. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, this is how I do it. Boom, 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 off I go. But yeah, I definitely recommend that. I don't know how or you get the Atlas pass unless you go down the Atlas route. I don't know. Maybe you can get it. Like
I got it I got it from a random space station.
Yeah, I think I got the component, or like how the sheet how to build it from somewhere.
Yeah, it was just given to me at a random space station. I spoke to the guy and gave him the answer that pleased him, and he gave me the blueprint for the Atlas Pass. So.
Yeah.
What do you make of the interaction with the AIs, the learning words, the sort of vague story that we've got going on? What do you make of all of that stuff? Is that something that has enriched things for you, or would you have cared if it wasn't there? It's, I mean, Minecraft doesn't have something like that really, does it? So
true. I think the learning of the words from like the monoliths and things like that is really fucking cool. I didn't think I was going to like it that much, but that's probably one of my favorite parts of the game is I have to go out and find these things so that I understand what the fuck they're saying, because
it just adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, it really does. It's another part of exploration, which is, it's really cool. It's really satisfying when you find certain words and they are used in a sentence, and because of that word, you're like, I know what to pick, which is cool.
I really like that. I really do.
Some of the puzzles and stuff that have popped up, have you had many of them, like the maths questions?
I haven't had. Are you talking like where it's gives you a string of 3 things and you have to pick the 4th one type thing?
Yeah, kind of thing. Have you had many?
Yeah. I've had one. I've had 1 or 2 of those that were very, very obvious.
I've had 6. 5 have been the same.
Wow. Okay, that's not the best.
I was like, okay, cool. I mean, it didn't take me long to work it out in the first place, but now I'm like, okay, I just moved that along one, and that's your answer.
That's a bit unfortunate.
Last night I did get one. I was like, oh, this is a toughie. Took me about a minute to work it out, but I got there. It was nice. I feel that is, in my case, it's very limited, and it should be a lot better than it is. I feel like if that was more of a thing, like, I kind of like doing math. It's like I prefer it to reading and English. Another thing, while I'm talking about the reading, the subtitles on this do not stay on long enough for me. It's very annoying.
There's no way to adjust that either, is there?
There's not. Like the bits after you finish the conversation, the black bar comes at the bottom. I get halfway through and it's gone. I'm like, great, I've missed out on whatever that is. But anyway, yeah, I love doing maths. It's cool. What a dork.
Let's talk mechanics. Let's get down to some technical stuff here. So, firstly, the movement around on the planet, I think is okay, but I think that your movement walking is just a bit too slow for you to ever actually bother walking at any distance once you've got your ship kind of working and stuff. Like, I get that everything's supposed to be quite big, but I just think it takes too long to cover distances on the planets by foot, to the point where it's just not worth it at all. And I just get back in my ship and move it like 50 yards.
Yeah, and the fact that you can get plutonium from fucking everywhere.
Yeah, which is all you need for that launch thruster thing.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. I think I don't know if that's why they did it, to make it easy to move about in the spaceship, but I don't know. I do find myself like wandering about on foot quite a bit, especially when I get in the moment of just like the wanderer, whatever, and just going off and collecting shit. I do end up going quite far. But I've got like an upgrade for my running. I think it's like 3 times whatever, so I can run for longer. And then
that makes a difference.
If you run and then like you're running out of stamina, then while you're running, if you jetpack,
I always do that.
Yeah, you keep that speed up, don't you? So, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it could be.
Other thoughts on mechanics? I think that the ship control inside atmospheres is really cool. I haven't got a problem with the fact that it isn't entirely manual. You'll notice if you take a nosedive towards rocks or floating rocks and planets and stuff, then it'll stop you crashing into them. It'll kind of autopilot it. That's fine. The combat in space and the combat on the planets, I find the first person combat on planets annoying.
Yep.
and not satisfying in the slightest, which is a pain because you're constantly fighting off sentinels and it's not fun.
Yep.
And likewise, the space combat, I was hoping for at least something as good as like, I don't know, the old Star Wars games or Conflict-Free Space or something like that. When in actual fact, every enemy I've met so far has taken a load of shots at me, flown past, and then turned directly round and flown straight at me again. There's no like kiting round them or tactics or anything with the AI there. And that's the thing I've probably been most disappointed with, is that the space combat stuff, which I was hoping would be a huge component of this game, is just shit at this point. And I hope that they will change that. I hope that they will patch that. But at the moment, it's basically who's got the biggest gun. There's no tactics involved. If you've got the bigger gun, you win. If you haven't, you lose.
Basically, my way of dealing with space pirates, I'm going to call them, and that is look around, see where they like that blip comes from. As soon as they turn up, blast one of them, kill them dead, and then there's like 2, 3, or 4 left over. Follow, like one will come straight at me and shoot the fuck out of me. So I'll go fast towards him, brake really hard, so I stop, and then like kind of just do like a backflip and then speed after him. And if you time it right, you can just get right on his tail. It's such a basic thing to do, but it just works. Like,
it's so annoying though that the AI pathing's so shit.
Yeah,
you know?
totally. I get
there's no common sense there. They don't fight in formation. It's just
they're all just
functional
all out
and nothing more. It's very disappointing.
They're space pirates, buddy. You know, it's what they are.
Fucking idiots, they are.
Yeah. I'd like a field of view slider. That would be nice.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yes, please. That would be nice.
It's so close. It's really like I've never been one to get in any way kind of motion sickness from video games or anything, but Jesus Christ, like it's like you're pressed up against the fucking television all the time. It's very annoying.
Apart from that though, you've pretty much hit it with like the combat is pretty bad.
The combat's bad, but the ship feels quite nice to fly around. And,
true.
All the mining's
very satisfying.
I really like. The mining, the way that it explodes and just you absorb it. I really like that.
That's really cool.
What about the graphics, buddy? What about the graphics?
I'm quite happy with them, to be honest. Like,
me too, because I understand the limitations of the console I'm playing it on.
Exactly, and
I wouldn't be happy if I bought it on a PC and it ran like shite.
Yeah, I mean, well, that has happened.
Yeah, that has happened.
But yeah, I'm quite happy with like the draw distance and the graphics on how they are. Like I can quite happily oversee this. It's like the same kind of thing like with Skyrim and MMOs and things like that. I understand that because these are vast worlds, it needs more power elsewhere kind of thing in a basic way of looking at it. And the fact that, you know, if I look up in the sky and I see a planet and I'm like, I'm going to get my ship and fly to that planet, and I can do that without it loading or anything, then I can pretty much look over what's going on, like all the dithering and stuff like that. I'm fine with that.
I much prefer it dithering and pausing and loading.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, like in Soma, buddy.
Yes. Yeah. It's like Minecraft, you know, the draw distance is not the longest. If you're playing it on a console, then it certainly isn't, and you understand the limitations of that. And yes, that argument doesn't stand up very well with the state that the PC version is in at the moment, but that's not my problem. I haven't got it on PC.
Yeah,
I'm playing it on PS4, and I'm quite happy. And I think it's really pretty game. I really like the way it looks, and I don't agree with a lot of the criticism about it not being procedural enough and things looking too similar. I've been stumbling across some amazing worlds that are completely different from one another, and you know, I'm really happy with the diversity there. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm about How many hours are you putting? About like 9 now ish.
Yeah, less than that. And again, like in conclusion with all of this, I think that this is a game that Hello Games were hoping I would be playing for a minimum of 50 hours, and I don't think I'll get halfway to that before I've had enough. To be honest,
I'm at a point now where I'm not naming everything I come across. Like I love that at the beginning, just giving everything a name. Like I saw this like crab-like mushroom thing, so clearly Afro crab.
Nice. Yeah, my planets are of course crisps and confectionery. That's kind of what I've gone for. I've got the
nice, like it.
The Monster Munch universe. I think I've actually saved on the planet Pickled Onion at the moment. So that's going on. We've got the whole Maltesers galaxy with Malteser 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Important.
Yeah, you gotta have the 3 in there. There is an official JfG podcast system, buddy, with planets such as The News, Fonz Phoenix, and Street Beat. And I believe on Street Beat there's a lovely place called Patio Chat.
Welcome to Patio Chat with your favorite hosts, JfG Ash, JfG Alex. Patio all the time.
Very nice too. Lovely stuff.
Yeah, and so I did that to start off with, and just going back to the Afro crab, like so I found the Afro crab, and then I found the jumping Afro crab because it was one like that but jumping up and down. Found the backwards Afro crab because he was walking backwards, and then there was the giant Afro crab because he was fucking massive.
Nice,
so
buddy.
There's a whole planet of Afro crabs. It's crazy. But what's the weirdest thing you've seen? Mine is like a flying centipede.
I saw it was like a T-Rex with a mushroom for a head.
I want to see it. We should start putting loads of pictures of this shit in our community.
Into the community.
I mean, like one of my mates, John, like he's been putting pictures of his ship in there, and like he's playing this game way too much. But fair play, you know. I wish I was off for 2 weeks and playing this game. That'd be sweet.
So, you've played what, like 15 hours plus?
Yeah, it must be now.
And I've played maybe 7 hours so far. Do you like this game? What do you think of it?
I'm enjoying this game. It's very relaxing. I feel like I'm gonna put it on the back burner for now. Wait for like a nice update and come back to it. Like, because at the moment, all I'm doing is trying to rush my way through this Atlas questing, I guess, like storyline, whatever it is. Because like I've kind of had enough of just like going to planets and mining. So I was like, right, I need something deeper than this. So I'm following this, and I must have warped, I don't know, about 25 times now just to chase these blobs kind of thing. And I don't know, I feel like I need to just back off a little bit and hopefully come back later in time, because I feel like this game's going to get really good in about 6 months.
I think that this is the sort of game that will be improved massively as the patches come out and they add more and more content. There's talk of base building and other things. So yeah, I really like it. And again, it's just freeform and relaxing and just nice. And I've never really played anything like it. And I know that sounds stupid because it is, in essence, like a Minecraft stroke survival type, you know, that sort of game. But there's just something about the tone and the feel of this. And I wrote a little piece on this that I will end up putting on our website, I think. And I think the thing that I like the most about it, and this might sound a bit weird, is that it's really slow. Like, everything's really slow. And for some reason, that gives it like grandeur to me. That gives it some sort of, it makes me feel more insignificant, how slow everything is. And that makes it better for me for some reason. I really like that about it, but the pace of it is relaxed and also very good to play while you're like doing something else. Like throughout the Premier League season, I fancy I'll be playing a fair bit of No Man's Sky while the football's on, because it doesn't require your utmost attention at all times, and there are plenty of games that have dined off that with great success, and this could well be one
like
of
you say,
those.
like the classic one, Minecraft, mate, isn't it? It's like a complete waste of time. I love it.
Exactly. Well, they're all a waste of time. People who say this is a waste of time because it hasn't got a story, I'm sorry, but all games are just a diversion to stop us from being bored, just like music and just like movies and so on.
It's all some type of media, and whatever you enjoy, go for it.
Yeah, and I have very much enjoyed talking about No Man's Sky, having played it, buddy, which is more than I can say for a lot of podcasts I've listened to over the last week or two who have taken great delight in bashing a game that they haven't played. So there's that.
That's journalism, buddy.
Apparently so. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I like this game, and whether it will last, I do not know. I liked The Division when we first started playing it, and it lasted about 2 weeks. But who knows, mate? Who knows?
Knows.
Good old Norman Sky.
Norman Sky. It's his sky, buddy.
Sure
No one
is.
else's.
And now it's time for the news.
News.
So now this will go.
News. Well played.
Thank you very much, buddy. Number one.
Number Wang.
THQ is back, sort of, but it isn't.
Cool.
Yep.
Sorry, I was drinking and
That's fine.
Yeah,
You
how
didn't
it is.
expect that to be so
No.
short and sweet.
I was
But
like,
yes,
great, cool news, buddy.
excellent. This is the news that Nordic Games, who, if you remember when THQ folded, they sold off all of the IPs and property and trademarks and everything.
Yes.
And Nordic Games actually bought the trademark THQ as part of the things that they purchased. And they have rebranded as THQ Nordic. I think one of the reasons for this, it kind of got me excited because it made me think, I don't think they'd do that unless they were working on lots of the old THQ IPs, and that's very much the case. That's what's going on here. So, yeah, they're working
so
on...
do you want me to tell you which ones are good?
Sure, absolutely. So these are some of the picks of the bunch of IPs that they actually purchased. And the news is that Nordic are currently working on 20 titles. Sorry, THQ Nordic. Currently
THQ
working
Nordic,
on
buddy, come on.
more than 20 games. And half of those are new IPs, and almost half of the others are old THQ IPs, featuring the likes of Darksiders,
Okay,
Deadly Creatures,
sure,
Destroy All Humans,
fine,
Juiced,
poor,
MX vs ATV,
maybe,
Red Faction,
reasonably excited.
Stuntman,
Yeah, I'm in.
and The Outfit.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'd love to see Red Faction come back. I thought that some of those games were excellent, especially
Definitely,
Guerrilla.
buddy. They were. Enjoyed that.
Very
and
good
Stuntman.
games. Stuntman was interesting. Wasn't that a Vin Diesel game?
Yeah, loved it.
Okay, yeah. Fine. Destroy All Humans, that was fun back in the day as well. Like they could do something interesting
that
there.
was a good one.
And
I don't
Juiced.
know.
I remember Juiced being good.
No, that was terrible.
Really?
It was an awful game. That was like
Am I thinking of something
this
else?
was like when I was like in a kind of boy racer stage.
Oh, you had that on original Xbox, didn't you?
I did. I bought it day one, buddy, and took it back day two.
I don't remember that being terrible.
It was
Oh.
awful. The handling was so bad. I was well excited for this game.
Yeah, it was proper pikey racer time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Need for Speed. Loved it. What was the Need for Speed? Was it just called? Oh, I can't remember.
It was Underground, wasn't it?
Underground, yeah, mate. Underground and Underground 2. Good times.
That was good shit.
Yeah, see, I was looking forward to the newest Need for Speed. I was ultra super pumped for it, buddy.
Ultra super pumped.
But it just didn't happen. I need that street racing game, buddy. Maybe the crew.
Well, we have news on the crew coming up shortly in the news.
Sweet, buddy.
From now, we'll move on to number 2.
Let's do it.
This is the news that the Xbox One outsold the PS4 in the US in the month of July. It was also up 18% year on year. This is likely the very first time that the Xbox has outsold the PS4. I say likely because Microsoft has kept all of those figures completely under its hat, except on this occasion when the Xbox actually outperformed.
Yeah. Is that because of the Xbox One S?
Well, that was the first thing that I thought. That was the conclusion I jumped to. But no, these figures came out before the Slim was launched. So this is for sales pre-Slim. But at the same time, the massive reductions. It was after the announcement of the Slim.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. Okay.
So yes, I mean, in that month, the month of July, the console RRP was slashed right down low to like £200. You could pick some of them up in the UK as well for like £160, £170. So
saw it for £110. I fucking should have got it.
Jesus, that's cheap. That's really cheap.
Second hand, but still £110.
Yeah. Well, either way, the other interesting stat this week, July marked the worst ever month for UK games retailers.
It's the summer drought, buddy.
An all-time low historically since records began for physical game sales. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? So
that's pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say it, but Dead Island Syndrome, buddy. Do we need to bring it up now, or should we just wait till later?
I suppose we wait for now.
Okay, just saying.
Next, this is exciting news if you are me.
And me, buddy. This was going to be in my section as well.
Nice. This is the news that there is a remake of Outcast coming out.
Yeah, there
is. It's going to be called Outcast Second Contact. It's being made by the original dev team, which was Appeal Games. And it's coming out on Xbox, PS4 and PC in March 2017. Fucking Outcast, buddy. The game you picked up that time for 50p.
Buddy. I know, right? I put that 50p sticker on it. It was ace.
There to sell it.
PC world. Classic.
This was a brilliant game. And
yeah, it was.
It's pretty old now.
It took me fucking ages to get it running on my computer.
Oh, well, that was the majesty of 90s voxel technology, buddy. That's what it was.
It was a beautiful game. Really
this was one of the very first sci-fi open world exploration games that was ever released and actually successfully rendered an open world. It had sort of Stargate-esque portals. There was an entire race called the Urukai. It had its own language. It was so ahead of its time, and I don't believe it was particularly successful, but one of the major impressive things about it at the time was this voxel technology, and no one had really used it. There were a couple of games, I think a Delta Force game came out and was using it at the time as well to sort of render desert hills and stuff in a combat environment, but this was... yeah, alien planets, and I just remember things like the water effects just being incredible on this game.
Yeah, totally.
Considering the sort of stuff that was coming out at the time. We're talking sort of N64 times, and this game it looked amazing at the time. You couldn't get it running higher than like 512 resolution, but yeah, special game, and... very exciting that it's coming out again, and I'm sure we will delve straight into that the moment it launches, buddy.
I think so. Like I said, day one, buddy.
Yeah, looks really nice as well. Have you seen the screenshots?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
Trust me, I'm keeping a bead on this one.
Beautiful, beautiful. We shall see on that. Moving on, Final Fantasy 15 has been delayed by 2 months. The reason given is that they realized they were going to have a patch for day one, which is nothing new in this era, but it was going to be gigantic and the game was going to be unplayable without it, and they decided they'd rather postpone the launch date and make sure that all that stuff was on the disc, which may or may not be true. It sounds very much like the game isn't ready, and they could have easily spun it that way as well. So,
that will happen.
But either way, this is a single-player game, so it would be a little bit of a piss take to have a huge patch to get it running when it has no online functionality, but you'd need to connect to the internet to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who fucking cares anymore, Like, who's not on the internet? I don't know. Either way.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, if you want the latest games, then you need to have internet of some sort, I guess,
Either way, it's a 2-month delay on that game. So it looks interesting, that game. From what I've seen of it, from the little weird demos that I've played of it, it looks quite cool. It also looks a little bit like it's perhaps a little bit too gutsy in the graphics department for these current generation of consoles. Very much the sort of title that will benefit from Neo stroke Scorpio.
Yeah, I was going to say Project Scorpio.
So, yes, so there's that.
Cool.
A few more bits here. I've got quite a lot of news this week, buddy. There's been a lot going on. But
Gamescom as well, isn't it, buddy?
Nothing's happening at Gamescom, but yeah. Rumours abound that Michael Ironside is coming back for the next Splinter Cell. This is the original voice of Sam Fisher. He was dropped for Splinter Cell Blacklist in 2013. I think he was deemed too old, or they'd gone for a younger Sam. But
never played Blacklist
because Michael Ironside wasn't voicing Sam Fisher, buddy.
It's not Sam Fisher, so fuck that.
Exactly. I very much welcome that. I also welcome a new Splinter Cell because I've loved almost all of those games.
Yes.
Apart from that one Michael Ironside wasn't in. Fuck that guy.
I've never played it. That doesn't exist, buddy. What you want?
It's dead to me.
It's dead. It's more dead to me than your dead mother.
Yep. There's that. So yes, that's good news. The actual gossip there was from a previously employed person at Ubisoft who said that he actually said hello to Michael Ironside at the Ubi studios, which very much suggests that yes, he is coming back, and yes, there's another Splinter Cell.
There. Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing there otherwise, or that guy's a liar, but
sure, it could be.
I'm going to go ahead and say you wouldn't make that up. I can't imagine why you'd bother. So
it'd be weird to make that up.
Be a strange person who made that up, but
that'd be dumb.
Anyway, new Splinter Cell, yes, please.
Sure, let's do
Next,
it.
Battlefield 1 open beta starts on August the 31st on all platforms. This open beta, everyone can get on board with this. This will be our first taste of Battlefield, won't it, buddy? Because we missed out on the closed technical tests and stuff because we haven't pre-ordered that shit. What do you think about this?
I didn't know that was a pre-order bonus. I would have done that, buddy. Oh well.
I believe it was. At least on PC it was.
Oh no, I'm not doing it on PC. No. Yeah, cool. I believe because we signed up for the whatever it is, Battlefield or Insider bollocks, we're going to get a couple of days before that as well. From what I remember.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, and I did send everyone in our little group of friends a reminder. Oh, there was a thing saying like you can pick what operating system or console you want to do it on as well. So hopefully you've done that, maybe.
I sure have, buddy. I sure have.
There you go. Yeah, cool. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to play the fucking balls off of it, of the alpha, so I can get an idea if I want to get this really early doors or not. I think
Gibbons. Yeah, we're getting well
I think I'm
going to
have to force myself just to play this and nothing else while the beta's on, because I always find like when these betas are on, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have a little go, and I'll play like an hour, like on a Friday, and then forget about it for the rest of the weekend. But I'm gonna have to thumb it in for this one, buddy. I think
we'll make a point to do it, buddy. Maybe we could even stream some of that shit.
Fuck yeah, with my new game capture card.
Woo!
With our beautiful overlays and faces and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I don't know where we're going with this. I don't like it.
No. Moving on. Moving on. The 500 gig and 1 terabyte Xbox One S's are coming out on the 22nd of September, bundled with FIFA. The 500 gig model is $250 and the 1 terabyte model is £300.
Great.
Indeed.
Apparently they're selling like hotcakes, the FIFA bundles.
Yeah, FIFA Bundaroo.
I saw it on Hot UK Deals earlier, and everyone was like, ah! I'm like, fuck it, it's an Xbox One. Are you mental?
Have they somehow managed to make people think that this is a different console?
I guess so.
Why is it selling so well when it hasn't for 3 years?
I don't know. It's smaller, buddy, so it fits under your telly. Who knows?
Still runs like cock, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Got
Honestly.
Bluetooth controller, though. You know, Bluetooth.
Well, there is that. I'm sure
Technology.
that's really changing the fucking opinions of everyone.
I bet it's changed at least 2 people's opinions on that.
Minimum 2, maybe more. Yeah. Next, post-Kojima Metal Gear game is a fucking zombie horror survival thing, and it looks hilariously bad. That's just me. I just wrote that. That's not
Got co-op,
from
though, buddy.
It's not from a website or anything. Yeah, just looks like Dead Island.
Yeah, it looks great. I didn't bother looking at it. I was just like, skip.
Imagine if you were really invested in Metal Gear and had been for your like entire life, and then that fucking trailer comes out. It's just like, fuck you. I think it did less justice to the franchise than the Pachinko machine. At least that had a really nice FMV.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I have nothing to say on this. It's fine.
Horrifying.
Well played,
Horrifying.
Konami. I mean, sure.
Some news from Gamescom, which features no conferences and no nothing, just the odd trailer here and there. It's very low-key affair, mainly because, of course, Microsoft had done their announcing and stuff already. Sony are having a thing on the 7th of September. That's confirmed now, by the way, that PS4, presumably PS4 Neo announcement thing is happening on the 7th of September. Nintendo are doing a thing there as well. There's nothing going on at Gamescom other than these few little Ubisoft tidbits that I discovered today, buddy. So, Steep launches on the 2nd of December, just in time for Santa.
Yep.
So that'll be nice. The Crew is getting a police car mode like Need for Speed Rivals or some shit.
The Crew.
And they announced some new modes for Watch Dogs 2. They announced them like new modes as if it was going to be patched into a game that was already out, even though that game isn't out. And they're not new modes. When the game hasn't released yet,
Ubisoft.
the modes aren't new. They're just features of the game.
They're just the game.
They are the
It's
game.
like new stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Like
The
EA
game-
Sports has
the
got the
game
whole
is
it's in the
new.
game thing. I don't know if Ubisoft are going for
It's
Ubisoft.
not in the game.
It's the game.
It's
This
the
is
game?
the game. It's the game.
It's the new game.
It is the game.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
The game.
Anyway, nothing else is happening at Gamescom.
That's
I'm
fine. There was
reliably
the
informed.
Half-Life 3 poster that made me chuckle.
That was funny. Yeah. If anyone didn't see that, it was a giant Half-Life 3 poster. When you got up close to it, it actually said Half-Life full stop 3, and then in little writing underneath it was like 3 journalists who played it at the time. Was
Yeah.
that thing underneath?
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
That was pretty special.
Gibbons.
Finally, from me in the news, buddy, the PES demo is confirmed for the 24th of August, although if you are in North America, you get it a day early, which will mean that I will log into my US account
I was
once
going
more,
to say we will be taking
and I will
advantage
download
of
it a
that.
day early, and I will marvel at the fact that the circle and square buttons are the other way around in the menus, or is it X and
is it-
circle?
Well, that was on the Japanese one.
Oh, that was the Hong Kong one, wasn't
Was
it?
it? Yeah, so I don't know
Maybe
about
it
the
won't be
States.
fucked on this one. That'd be good.
Hopefully, yeah. It was the square and circle. Like you press square to
Move
press X.
through. Yeah, it was very
through
annoying.
menus and stuff. It's like, what is this? This is not what?
Grave confusion. It was.
It baffled me. I couldn't get past the first menu. It said press square to continue. I'm like,
It's going back and
What?
forth between the start button and the main menu.
what is this? Crazy talk. We haven't mentioned that this weekend just gone, as in because it's Sunday. The Titanfall 2 demo or beta was on, and I
Yes,
believe
I
it's
would
on
have reported that,
next
but yeah, announced
as
during
well.
the week and over before the podcast goes live.
yeah, I didn't even have that in my news section. I just thought I should say it because I remembered it. using
I'm sure
my
we'll be
memory.
talking about that next week, definitely.
I think so. Yeah, we should. It's another one I'm gonna have to thumb it in for. But we'll do it.
Gibbons.
Cool, buddy.
Nice. That's it from me, buddy, for the news. Time for Ash's news favourite things of the week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's news favorite thing of the week.
Well, buddy, because, new webcam's here, I can use my phone. It's right here in my hand. I can just, go through my saved articles. This is newfound glory for me.
Joyous times.
So we're going to go from bottom to top. So we've got the PS4.0 beta testing for the firmware has been kicking about. Have you seen any images of that? What's happening?
I thought I was on that, but it hasn't loaded up onto my system.
What? Did you get an email?
I applied with my gamer tag and got a confirmation saying that I had applied. I was going to be on it or whatever, but I haven't had anything come through. So
dig out that email, buddy. Chase it up. This is the news. We need to report on this, even though we'll probably be NDA'd. But other people have posted shit on the internet, so we can talk about it, buddy. Woo, woo, woo.
I never got an email, buddy. I've got nothing.
Fuck bags. Fuck those guys.
Innit?
Die. So anyway, so there's like new stuff, like a quick menu bar, apparently, that looks pretty tasty, where you can access stuff. Kind of like the Xbox guide button. Back in the day, I guess you press the button and it just goes, boop, pops up. Instead of going all the way back to the dash. I guess that's what it's for. You can also favorite some games and put them in a little folder, it looks like. So instead of having a bar of a million games, you can have folders, which looks nice. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure there's more to it, but this is my section, buddies.
No, it sounds good. It does sound good. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
The second bit, South Park, The Fractured But Whole, mocks VR with its fart-emitting device. Did you see that?
I saw a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a peripheral you shove on your face and fart smells come out. I thought that was funny. Red Dead Redemption 2 rumours once again, buddy. I'm bringing it back. Rockstar Games possibly have been rumoured to be attending the alleged PlayStation meeting that is happening. So hopefully
that'd be
like
quite the trump card to have in your arsenal on that particular evening, wouldn't it? If they could suddenly show off some new Rockstar footage on their new console, that'd be pretty special. Yes,
definitely. Which would be very cool. Oh, there's that. Oh well. Good news, buddy, for the for the Elder Scrolls Online. There's a big old patch coming. It's downloading right now.
Yeah, my one downloaded earlier, buddy. Was it like 25 gig or something?
Probably.
I didn't check.
Who knows? I haven't read any of the notes because I don't care. Overwatch is getting its first new map as well, which looks pretty cool. There's videos of that if you want to see them. We need to play more Overwatch. I'm putting a petition out there for Sunday night, community game night, to play some Overwatch. Come on.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a good plan.
Destiny news. It's a pile of wank. We'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
And finally, news about Pro Evo, buddy, 2017.
Oh, I like this, buddy. I know you do too.
I'm a big fan of this. So FIFA 17 have been like, hey, our official team are Man United. Bloody glory hunters, aren't they? Who wants Man United? You know who you do want? Liverpool FC, buddy.
Yo.
Oh, yeah. So Liverpool have partnered with PES 2017, which is like fucking amazing, and has sealed me in buying PES this year. FIFA could do one. And we're going to have all the Liverpool kits. We're going to have Anfield. We're going to have You'll Never Walk Alone. It's going to be amazing. And that's my news, buddy.
Basically immediately decided what Master League team you take over at the start of that game.
Yeah, definitely.
Before you can be bothered, before you wait for the third-party user patches to update all the kits properly.
Straight in, mate.
Start with Liverpool.
Barcelona. Oh, okay. Yeah, Liverpool.
Yeah, they got them as well.
I know. That's why I played the joke. Oh, I'm funny.
I liked it because of that.
Yeah.
For those reasons.
We're so dumb. Cool, buddy. And that is some ridiculous news that I had this week. There you go.
Indeed, buddy. Thank you so much for that. And that concludes the news. And now it's time for Fonz or Phoenix.
Got this week, buddy, because we're actually doing it. Is it up or down, in and out, left, right, yin yang, north, south, east, west?
Yes.
Black,
I must
white.
apologise for last week.
It's definitely your fault, by the way.
It is my fault. I do the notes. You know,
Yes.
We were all flustered, buddy. It was a Tuesday. We didn't know what was going on.
It's true. I didn't know.
I forgot Fonz or Phoenix, but not this time. This time, it very much picked itself. It had to be this. It was always going to be this. This is a Phoenix to Hello Games and Sean Murray, buddy, for the claims on American national television that No Man's Sky was going to feature the option for you to bump into your friends on other planets that doesn't seem to be in the game. So,
bullshit.
No Man's Sky multiplayer. Other developments with this story over the last week or two have featured various games retailers being sent stickers to stick over the PEGI 12 and online play thing to reduce it to PEGI 7 and no mention of multiplayer, which tends to happen when a game is not online. It can be a 7. When it is online, the possibility of meeting horrible assholes on the internet, which of course is par for the course. Hello. It becomes a 12. But what I cannot get past is Sean Murray going on The Late Show and being directly asked the question, can you meet other people in the game? And he said, yes. And I can't get past that. And I didn't buy this game for multiplayer, and I don't really care if it hasn't got it. But I can't get past that, buddy. What do you make of that? What do you think about that?
He's a lying toe rag, buddy.
Toe rag. Indeed. Because he was quizzed about it recently, and he said that the servers are being overloaded. He kind of made out as though it just wasn't working properly, but I don't believe that, and I'm not sure anyone else does either. And I do wonder if maybe he said that with a view for them to maybe patch it in going forward and to make out like they always intended for it to have it there. But I really don't think the intention was ever to be that you could bump into other people, and you can't. People have tried it on Twitch, Boulder's Brass, and it didn't work. And it's literal lying over a feature of your game, and it gives me a real sort of sour taste, to be honest.
Yeah, that's just lying, buddy. I mean, it's wrong. Just tell the truth, buddy. It'll set you free. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. I mean, I don't care that this game hasn't got multiplayer. I wish that it had some kind of lobbying system and we could quick jump to each other and then go mining together, and I don't know, whatever. This game would be better in some sort of co-op mode or anything.
I think it would, but I think also it's worth, if when asked that question he had said no instead of yes, that would have had no effect on whether or not I bought and played the game.
No, none whatsoever, because we knew that
we didn't expect it to have multiplayer, and I don't mind that it doesn't.
But
what I mind
it annoys
is
me now. That there were so many people ill-informed about this game. People thought that this game would have multiplayer support. One of my mates at work, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy No Man's Sky." I'm like, "Really? I didn't think you were gonna buy that." And he's like, "Yeah, man, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna meet up with my buddies and go around the universe." I'm like, "Yeah, you can't do that." And they're like, "Yeah, you can. It's got multiplayer support." I'm sure I read it, and I'm like, I do a weekly gaming podcast. I know that it hasn't. Trust me. It's and then
He had every right to think that, and that's the way that they played things. And all the way through the campaign, it was it was not that much misinformation, but a complete lack of information.
Yeah,
they let people fill in the gaps. A lot of those people have gone and bought the game now and are disappointed, and it's one of the reasons that a lot of people are very smug that it's received mixed reviews and perhaps isn't the game that a lot of people hoped it would be. But yeah, it's just real poor, and it's difficult for the most fervent fanboy to come up with a defense, really, for that sort of behavior, and it's just a shame. I don't know if they'll patch some sort of functionality in the future. I know they're working on giant patches.
I'm sure they'll do something. Yeah,
probably.
I reckon they will.
But yeah, nothing much more to say about it, and not really even a discussion about No Man's Sky the game. It's marketing tactics and dishonesty. And for that, I have to give it a Phoenix. He said on fucking television to a country that has hundreds of millions of people living there, we have multiplayer in our game, and it doesn't. So Phoenix, absolute Phoenix.
Gibbons.
And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week.
Sure is, buddy. First off the bat this week, we have Alone With You on the PS4 and the PS Vita. This is a retro, cartoony, pixely RPG. Very old school looking. Quite cool looking, actually. And always nice when something comes out on the Vita, isn't it? So there's that.
Great.
He loves it. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. That is out on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC this week. I won this game, and I'm sure that I will buy it when we have the credit stroke it reduces in price.
So probably we'll get it next week.
Could happen. Hue, not the name Hugh like Hugh Grant, but the colour Hue like H-U-E.
How do you spell Hue then? Oh, H-U-G-H?
That's the one, buddy. That's the name. Dyslexia boy strikes. Coming at ya. Like a bag of Scrabble letters on the way.
Yeah, mate. I'll kill you at Scrabble.
That's a bold and outrageous claim, and I'm sure we'll never find out.
It's true.
Perhaps in the nursing home, buddy, in like 30, 40 years' time.
When we're playing VR Scrabble.
Yeah, VR Scrabble. Yeah, the most pointless VR game of all.
Can't wait. I mean...
This is Hue, the game Hue, H-U-E, Xbox One, PS4, Vita, again, and PC. This is a 2D puzzle platformer. It looks a little bit like Thomas Was Alone, but you play a man rather than shapes. But there's a lot of shapes you can kind of move around and manipulate to get across the environment. Traversal, if you will, buddy. Very colourful, because it's called Hue.
Like it?
He likes it. The Huntsman Winter's Curse is coming out on PS4. This is a cartoony turn-based combat game. I think this is a movie tie-in. You know, the whole...
I was just about to say, isn't this like a film with shit? I'm going to go
out of Twilight, yeah.
Sure.
And the bloke out of Thor, you know,
yeah,
actors.
Thor and other stuff. Isn't the woman out of Game of Thrones as well?
I don't know, maybe. It could be.
Media, fuck that, buddy.
Yeah. Either way, yeah, it basically looks like turn-based combat from like Pokemon's or whatever, but in huntsman form. So fine. I don't know. That's what's coming out, buddy. That's out this week. Yeah. Anyway, Inside, in the follow-up from Limbo, that is out this week on PS4. That didn't take long. Certainly didn't take as long as Limbo took to arrive on the PlayStation, did it?
Yeah, we'll be getting this, buddy.
I believe so. King of Fighters.
This game.
King of Fighters 14.
Not King of Fighters. Can't give a shit about that. Yeah, blah blah. That is literally your description. Fighting game. Blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking
just
at
read it.
The
Huntsman thing.
What is this?
Dunno, mate. Dunno. It's coming out.
But it is a tie-in, isn't it? It's gotta be.
It is the Huntsman, but it's a cartoon rather than true to the movie. I don't know. It's very confusing.
It's free to play on Steam, though, so there you go.
You have to give it a go, buddy. Let us know how it is.
I won't.
Okay, well, I think everyone will have forgotten about this conversation by next week anyway, so we're probably in the clear.
Safe bet, buddy.
Nice. Madden NFL 17 is out on the Xbox One, the PS4, the 360, and the PS3, buddy.
Wow, still going strong. Get in.
Football. Metrico is out on the PS4. This is a 2.5D puzzle platformer, buddy.
Is this... Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different game. Like M+. Sorry. I saw Metrico.
I think it might be from the same guys.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah. Might be from the M++ guys. But yeah, this is Metrico, 2.5D puzzle platformer. Quite pretty looking. Very nice indeed. We have Valley on the Xbox One, PS4, and Steam. This is a pretty but strange-looking first-person adventure platformer thingy. This looks weird, and I watched the trailer for this. It was a Sony trailer, I think, one of their branded ones on the PlayStation YouTube channel. And it was getting absolutely destroyed in the comments, which I know isn't abnormal for YouTube, but it seemed like a disproportionately negative number of comments were incredibly negative, like absolutely slamming what appeared to be quite an interesting looking little game. So yeah, that's Valley, and that's out this week. Is it set
in Wales?
It's not set in Wales, buddy. It's actually entirely to do with the life story of the Jersey Boys, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So,
okay, that kind of makes sense now.
Indeed. And finally this week we have Master of Orion on the PC, which is a super intense, in-depth space strategy game. Whoa. Can't be asked with that, mate. But
step back.
Someone will like it, but I haven't got the minerals. Fucking ring Mensa. And so on.
That. No.
And stereotypes like that. And that's out this week, buddy.
Yeah, out this week. Woo.
I tried to keep it as fresh as possible, considering there's basically fuck all coming out except Deus Ex.
Mate, you've done a good job. I'm happy about it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And now it's time for the JfG Top 5. Just for gamers, top 5.
I'm looking at this top 5. I'm not sure about number 1, buddy. You know how I feel about that.
Well, if I'd written The Taken King after it, then you'd have a case, but I didn't do that, buddy. So there you go.
It was a massive disappointment, and that's what this is. It's the top 5 disappointments of this generation.
Yeah, as the night wears on, buddy, and due to my horrible snotty cold, my voice gets lower and lower into the decibels of some sort of... You're going to have to raise me an octave, and then I might sound like some sort of unwell chipmunk. That could happen. But yes...
This is the top 5 disappointments of this generation. It's a list that really wrote itself. I take it you agree with all of that. I didn't have to think very hard. Let's put it that way.
No, I know. Yeah, I think you're right with these. I'm happy with that.
So in no particular order, number 1, I have put Destiny. And as you say, once The Taken King came out, it really did improve things a great deal. But
I still think Vanilla Destiny was good, but... we were promised so much more. And that's
where we are here with the disappointment.
Yes, exactly. That's why I'm disappointed.
Yeah. I don't think it was that good, Vanilla Destiny. And yes, we were promised something that we just did not receive. And so...
yeah, we didn't get anything there.
It comfortably makes this list. Similarly, Ubisoft's Destiny.
Exactly the same.
Same game, The Division. Which... lasted us even less time than Destiny
Not
did.
even a month, I reckon. And that's because I didn't get time to play it. I mean, if I played it every day, then that would be done in a week, I reckon. I mean,
do you think that it's a far inferior game to Vanilla Destiny? But I think what I'm saying is, if The Division had come out first, would we have played the balls off of that and then hardly played any Destiny? Or is Destiny just the basic mechanics of Destiny are just far superior to the basic mechanics of The Division? I think it's probably that latter one.
I think they're like as alike to each other in certain ways, but completely different at the same time. The fact that one's third person and one's first person does it for me.
I think Destiny's far more enjoyable to play than The Division, regardless of the...
That cover system in The
worlds.
Division's the best, though.
That's true.
seriously, it is the best. Can't get better than that. It's awesome.
Are we really never going to go back to The Division?
Why would we?
I don't think we are. I can't see any reason why we would.
I can't. I mean, we're so far behind the light level. I don't know what it's called now.
Whatever it is, yeah.
Well, like that's what it is in Destiny, isn't it? The light level. Is it even that anymore? They changed it, didn't they?
Don't know, mate.
Fuck knows. Well, like that's the thing. We've been left behind in that game, and like, can we progress on? Like, I mean, the new I can't remember the collection. Destiny, the collection is on the store now. And, you know, with that, you get a boost up to level 40. So you get your character at the max level starting the game kind of thing. So if we did buy, like, some sort of Division DLC next year and be like, yeah, let's jump back into this game, maybe we would get that extra bump up into that realm. I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't think we'll ever go back to it, to be honest.
No, it seems highly unlikely. And, yeah, that's very disappointing indeed.
Massive shame. And as this is... disappointing. Very disappointing.
Yep, indeed. Number 3 on our list, Evolve.
Yeah, huge disappointment this.
Massive disappointment.
I wanted to play the alpha and beta and couldn't get in. So even before the game fucking came out, I was disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, they chucked out on the alpha, you could kind of excuse it to a degree. It's an alpha test. They're testing the rigidity of the servers and how well they deal with things. The beta comes out and you still can't connect to anything and it's fucked. And then eventually the game comes out and the marketing was so appallingly bad, coupled with fairly uninspiring gameplay, and it just died a death. And it genuinely was a game that I was looking forward to. Evolve.
Yeah, totally. I thought it was going to be a
idea.
Fantastic game, like, because we could get like 4 of us as a team, take up some numpty as the monster or whatever, you know. We could get 5 of us and do a 4-on-1, and it looked loads of fun. It looked like a different kind of like team strategy shooter, but the fact, like, you know, one of you could be the monster and completely destroy everyone else. You know, it looked like a fun game, but just never happened, buddy.
And one thing that this game has over the most of the other games on this list is that it's coming out free to play, and perhaps, I mean, I think we'll give it another stab when it comes out free to play on the consoles.
Definitely, buddy. I'll play it when it comes out free to play.
So there's still hope for Evolve, I suppose.
Yeah,
but,
I guess so, but at the time, massive disappointment, buddy.
Hugely so. You can't get past it. And similarly, our number 4 on our top 5, Fallout 4, I found tremendously disappointing. And I still haven't gone back to that game. And the 2 big problems that I had with Fallout 4, one, it's the same fucking game exactly as Fallout 3, and chucking some very, very rudimentary base building elements in there will not change that fact. And secondly, it's the same fucking engine as the old games, and it runs like shit. And it was horrible to play because it just runs like
still no
arse.
mod support, buddy, on the PS4.
Still no mod support. Still haven't got the
later,
mod support we were
much.
promised. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even halfway through the main storyline on that Fallout game, and
I barely got anywhere near that, I think.
And you had a go, didn't you? You loaded it up a few weeks ago.
I loaded it up again and
tried to...
just... I couldn't get it. Like, I was like... Firstly, I was like, oh, I can't really remember how to play this game, which doesn't help, a la The Last of Us, which I've gone through many a times and spoken about, how I couldn't get back into that. But we will do that, and we'll stream that. That's probably one of the first ones we'll do on our stream, I reckon.
Definitely. Yeah, get through to the end of that.
Yeah, and I just I don't know, it didn't feel right, and I felt like if I do want to get back into this, I'm going to have to start again, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to start that game again, to be honest. I don't know.
No, and I can't be asked to carry on with it, so
One of those
Disappointing.
things, buddy. Disappointing, unfortunately.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So number 5 on our list, this is a game that I would say came good in the end. And
No Man's Sky.
It came good in the end through various patches that you didn't have to pay for, unlike Destiny.
True.
And it was called Drive Club, buddy, and remains one of the most disappointing gaming events to happen in my life, because we were super hyped for this game and
super pumped, buddy.
ultra super pumped, and it totally let us down, and it continued to let us down for a very long time indeed, and until those private lobbies came out, which was well over a year after the launch of the game. It just was unplayable online and not that much fun offline, and just
terrible.
massively disappointing. This is a game that was supposed to be free on PS Plus when you bought the new console. That was retracted. The servers didn't work. It was just a miserable experience and just tremendously disappointing game.
Yes.
You got anything to add to that, buddy?
No,
I don't
really,
blame
buddy.
you if you don't.
You ripped it a new one. I fucking love it now, though. Great game.
It's a great game.
Play it, but no
yeah,
one
we don't play it enough,
does.
do we?
I know. I try and get people to play it, but everyone says fuck off.
We're like, fuck off, we're playing F1.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Not enough hours in the day, buddy. Not enough hours in the game night. That's the problem.
It is true.
Might need another one.
But yeah, buddy. Good top 5. I liked it. Well, disappointing top 5, I should say.
It was disappointing, but it's a solid list.
Gibbons.
So yes,
well played.
that's our top 5 disappointments of this generation, featuring Destiny, The Division, Evolve, Fallout 4, and Drive Club. And now it's time for Many Moons Ago. Many Moons Ago.
When are we going, buddy? Just when are we going? I'm ready. Let's do it.
Well, pertinent to developments this week, which we will talk about during this section, buddy, we are going back to the 28th of August, 1997, which saw the release of GoldenEye on the N64.
Ooh. 3 prongs, buddy.
3 prongs to contend with. Indeed.
Now, were you able to handle 3 prongs?
I think at the point when GoldenEye came out, this would have been the first first-person shooter I played on a controller, and with that in mind, I think I found it easier to accept the 3 prongs because the whole thing felt so alien anyway that it wasn't as much of an issue. It is still worth noting, though, that to play GoldenEye and look up and down, you had to literally pull your left hand off of one of the prongs and move it to another prong to use those yellow buttons to pan up and down, which, if anything ever needed to show what a fucking terrible controller that is, then literally the fact you had to remove your hand and put it somewhere else and then bring it back again to walk is a fucking perfect example.
That's perfect.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But the game was great, and it was groundbreaking, and it was also... It's kind of, I suppose, not forgotten now, but rarely mentioned. This was a successful movie tie-in game. Like, not only is this one of the best games that ever was released, but it was a fucking movie tie-in that wasn't shit as well, buddy.
That first level was the best.
I take it you had
goes
this
away from the watch and you're like, yeah, here we go. I'm at the fucking dam. I know what's going on. Kill these dudes. Get that guy in that watchtower. Fuck him.
It's iconic now, isn't it? And
it's so good.
It was quite a novelty to play through stuff from the movie as well, because I remember I loved GoldenEye, the film. I thought it was brilliant when it came out. And to have this tie-in was just fucking cool. And yeah, and then the novelty of this sort of first-person game on a Nintendo console. I mean, the last place you'd probably expect this to pop up was on a Nintendo. I think, at this time.
Mate, it was amazing. It's the best.
So, did you play a lot of this game multiplayer? Did you have friends over? Did you just play it with your brother, split screen? And
so yeah, I played a hell of a lot of this 4-player co-op, buddy, and it was fucking brilliant. There's nothing like it. Even though, like, and you know you'd be looking at everyone else's screen when you're like, no, I'm not looking at it. I'm not, I promise. It's like, yeah, fucking, I knew you were there, you bastard. Yeah. Cheating and everything. I mean, we had like a quiz. Did we have a GoldenEye? You did a GoldenEye quiz, didn't you, a while ago?
I did, yeah, a long time ago now.
Yeah, I managed to rack off a few of the multiplayer levels. Fuck knows what my favourite is. I
don't know. Like the bunker, didn't they?
Yeah, the bunker was ace.
I think I liked that library one the best. I think that was my favourite one.
That and what was it, Complex as well. That was a good one.
Yeah.
From what I remember. But yeah, just a fantastic game. And yeah, because I don't know, I was at that age where like that Bond film was probably one of the first, I guess, I really remember of like being pretty cool. I don't know. Like GoldenEye kind of has a thing in my youth for some reason, probably because of the game. And yeah, being able to play that storyline was mint, and seeing what's his name, old Sean Bean in N64 Glory was just fucking amazing.
Absolutely mangled.
Yeah, totally. That was the best. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this game because it was just too good. Really, it's so many like memories and shit like that from it.
It was groundbreaking, and I think anyone listening to this probably knows all they need to know about it anyway. But
yeah,
I had a tremendous love for this game, despite it being on a console that I didn't have, because I knew several people who did have it, and it was the game we played when I went to their houses. And yeah, I can see the sort of pedigree that it's got, and I can see the building blocks that it put in place for future shooters, and it did change everything, and it did. I mean, it moved things forward to such an incredible degree, in a similar way to the original Halo on the original Xbox. I think that it wasn't so groundbreaking but the refinement was there, and it kind of built on what GoldenEye did years and years before. So it's also worth noting this week that the popular sort of rehash GoldenEye Source, which I think up until this week hadn't been updated for like 6 years. They were on version 4. It had a big update this week, and a load of YouTubers have been playing it, and it's been in the news again. So you can download this I think it's on Steam. It's GoldenEye Source version 5.0. It's free. You can download it, and it's a perfect modern rehash of the GoldenEye multiplayer, all those old maps and levels, and mouse look, so you don't have to use any sort of 3-pronged nonsense on this one. But
don't get me started, mate. I will come down there and just end you.
Don't make me drive down there. I'd
it's
imagine
a simple thing. You put your hands in the holes and hold it like a controller.
I understand how you do it. I just think it's stupid.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
I suppose you can get, I'm sure this exists, you can get an N64 USB that you would plug in and you could use on your PC.
I mean, I wouldn't do that because the analog stick on that is terrible.
It's true. It's true. I think it'd be
all
similar.
The crust and everything used to gather at the bottom. Oh, it was not nice.
Yeah,
it was bad look.
All the plastic used to sort of come off and just sort of fall into your lap while you were playing.
One cool thing that I did do, though, I had a black and a grey controller. I took the backs off and flipped them over. So like it was like black and white and black. Or grey, not white. Oh yeah, modding the controllers, buddy.
Early doors, you got in there, buddy. Trailblazer.
It was cool. I liked that controller. I thought it was groundbreaking.
Fair enough.
It was the first one with an analog stick. I mean, that's
got no problem
cool.
with the analog stick. Got a problem with the 3 prongs.
No, mate. You got to have these developments in life, you know. Think of all like the retarded cars that we've had in the past.
I can appreciate the groundbreaking moments without looking back at them and thinking that they were good.
It was great.
Yep. Okay. That was the 28th of August, 1997, which saw the release on the N64 of the fantastic fucking first-person shooter, GoldenEye. And now it's time for the JfG quiz.
JfG quiz.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to top that Stockholm quiz, buddy. I mean, that was pretty fucking special. But what I have got for you is the official PlayStation 4 JfG quiz.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I know, right? It's nearly 3 years since this machine has been out, and we've played a fair whack of it. I definitely believe it's the most powerful console out at the moment. You know, that's a statement I'm willing to put out there.
I'd like to see someone argue against that. Yeah.
I know, it'd be impressive. I mean, they can try, they will fail. So yeah, I thought we'll do a PlayStation 4 quiz. So, are you ready?
I sure am, buddy. I sure am. You set a very high bar with the Stockholm information, so I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm good to go. If my voice lasts, which it just about is. So,
well, I will get through this quickly just for you, buddy. So, question number 1. When was the PS4 released in the United Kingdom /UK? Was it November 8th, 2013? Was it November 15th, 2013? Or was it November 29th, 2013? So that's 8, 15 or 29th of November.
Cannot remember.
You can't remember, everyone.
29th.
Well played, buddy. It was the 29th. The 15th was the States, and the 8th was totally made up.
Nice.
Question number 2. Which one of these 2D side-scrollers has not been a PS Plus game? Is it number 1, Another World, number 2, Sound Shapes, or number 3, Zeo Drifter? I think that's how you say it. It's with an X.
Has not been.
Yes, has not been, buddy.
Another
PS
World.
Plus. You're correct. Another World has not been PS Plus. Well played. Okay, we are going over to Metacritic right now. What is the highest rated game on the PS4? Is it Grand Theft Auto 5, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, or The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt?
Oh, I mean, I feel like it would be GTA.
It feels like GTA would be the choice.
I think enough people wouldn't have found The Witcher to be up their alley that it wouldn't be that I can discount that, I think.
The Witcher?
I think some people were really underwhelmed by Uncharted as well. I got 8s where I expected 9s. I'm going to go GTA. I'm not sure, though. I'm going to go GTA 5.
It's gone GTA 5 and... He's right. It's GTA 5, buddy. Well played.
Yo!
Okay, so... Everyone loves a good special edition console, but my question is, how many special editions of the PS4 has there been? Is it 4? Is it 7? Or is it 10?
Special editions.
Special editions like, for instance, the Batman edition.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, I'll go for the 7. Was it 7 was an option?
7 was an option. He's going for 7, everyone.
I'm gonna go for 7.
Going for 7. It's 10, buddy, and possibly more. I could only find 10 maximum.
Shit, okay.
I will reel them off for you. There is Batman. I gave you that one for free. There's Star Wars, Uncharted, Metal Gear Solid, Destiny, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, the 20th year anniversary, the Taco Bell Golden Edition, which was one that you could get, it was a prize. There was the Metal Slime Edition. I'd never heard of it, but I googled it. It's a thing. And finally, the one tagged as the Gay Station, buddy.
Wow, I had no idea. I had no idea whatsoever.
Crazy, I know. So, finally, we're going back to Metacritic, buddy. What is the lowest rated game on the PS4? Is it Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, Afro Samurai 2, Revenge of Kuma Volume 1, or is it Ghostbusters?
Gotta be Afro Samurai, it must be.
He's just gone straight for it, and you know what? He's fucking smashed it. Afro Samurai 2 is a pile of wank, everyone.
That game was so appallingly bad that it has been removed from sale, and you can't even buy it now.
Wow, that's good knowledge of the PlayStation 4, buddy. That is 4 out of 5. Well played, buddy. Nicely done.
Nice, B. Nice quiz, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I kept it as quick as I could, buddy.
And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions for us this week, buddy?
Funk's got a question for us. It sounds like he's had a slightly unfortunate week, and I should be happy with my cold. Let's put it that way. Funk says, I've spent the last 3 days with a sickness and diarrhea bug. Best games for when you are dying of bumsplosions and it hurts to be alive. Go.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Straight there. Number 1.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
You just sit there and you do nothing.
Yeah, I think so. No Man's Sky, Minecraft, any walking simulators, Dear Esther, what's the one set in the British village? Everybody's gone to the Rapture.
To the Rapture, something like that.
Anything like that. Story-based stuff to take your mind off of things, but story-based stuff that is in no way taxing. Firewatch, yes, very much so. Dare I say some Tales from the Borderlands or something like that, perhaps, as well?
Yeah, possibly, because it's like watching a film because you don't fucking do anything. And you'll forget about it, and then it'll ask you to do a prompt, and you'll fail because you're like, oh, this is a game.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I mean,
sorry, I took this a different way.
No, it's fine. I when I got home from my holiday on Monday, I got in at like 6:00, and I had been waiting for 6 days to load up No Man's Sky again, and I just didn't because I felt shit. And sometimes that will happen where you literally can't be fucked. And then, buddies, the answer is your mobile. It's time for some mobile gaming at that point.
Tablet watch.
Tablet watch. It's time for some Hit Mango or other mangoes.
I love that Hit Mango.
Or Lara Croft Mango or... I don't know.
There's a Deus Ex Mango coming out. Did you know?
Yeah, Deus Ex Mango. Anything like that, but steer clear of stuff like
Any
Alpha
type
Bear.
of mango.
You don't want wordy shit. You don't want any of that.
Thinking's bad.
Hexic.
But then again, Hearthstone, or as Funk likes, Magicka, or soon to be Gwent, or maybe the infamous beta of Elder Scrolls Legends. That could be quite fun.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Perhaps.
Maybe. Who knows? Either way, being ill is shit. No,
it certainly is. It certainly is. I think me and the old PJ are meant to be giving Funk a little visit at the weekend, so I hope that his arse is in order by the time that date comes around.
That's wrong.
So,
Don't say that.
He didn't like that. Fair enough.
Oh dear.
Can't happen.
Fine.
Yep.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, I think we've given you more than enough to get on with there, Funk.
Yeah, Gibbons, there's lots to do.
Every week, we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the JfG Podcast at gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street beat.
Yo. So
What's the
this
word
is
on the street beat, buddy?
this is a cheeky one that I was not aware of because I was away, buddy. So maybe you want to take the lead on this one.
Nope.
Okay, I'll read this out then, shall I?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is from the mighty Mel Gibson's soul, presumably to you.
Yeah, he sent me in a PS messenger.
Very nice too. Okay, Mel says, "Hello." It's a nice way to start. Thanks for that, Mel. Thought I'd give a beat to Streets this week. So, I have not been pre-ordering games for about 2 years now. I've had no issues with missing out on day one bonus shiz. It's retailer based, not whether or not it's pre-ordered. At least GameStop in the US it is. Well, this week I walk into the shop to pick up Norman Sky and was surprised by the claptrap forearm tattooed clerk that I wouldn't be able to get a copy until the next day or until they sell all pre-orders first. Little did they know. ...
It's true.
I've got the JfG media outlet to expose their fascism. Oh well,
Fuck
that's
those
my
guys.
rant for you. P.S. If you would like to,
I know, this is mainly why I made you read it, because you're dying. Do you want me to finish it off? Who would you like to... Is that better?
that's the sort of dialect I was going for, buddy. If you'd like to give it a look, there is a YouTube video called "Onward: The Future of VR FPS." I think this technology will be affordable by this time next year. Thanks again for the podcast, dude.
Cheers, buddy. Both to Mel and for you to read that out.
Please tidy that up so that
No.
both it is easier to understand and people don't know what I'm talking about now.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I will try. It might be hard, though. It's not my penis.
You fucked it up that bad that it might be hard.
Indeed. That's weird. Like, they've got to sell all the pre-orders? Surely all the pre-orders have been sold.
I bumped into this when I was trying to get hold of my PS4 back in 2013. I went into Game and they had loads of them.
Yeah. But they're all pre-ordered.
But they were all pre-ordered and they wouldn't sell. Yeah, I couldn't really work out exactly what was going on, but I think they were taking online pre-orders, and the online pre-orders could choose what store they wanted to go to, but didn't do that instantly.
To pick it up. Yeah.
So they had like a reserve of stock in case people decided to come in and take one. That's the closest I've come to that. But I have dealt with GameStop in the UK before. They actually operate out of Ireland for tax reasons. And I can tell you that they are the biggest fucking cunts I've ever dealt with in my life. So this does not surprise me in the slightest. This is a company that I sent a game in for trade into, and they claimed to never have it, even though I had a tracking number. So yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. But have you ever come across this before, buddy?
I've never come across a surprised claptrap forearm tattoo clerk before. No. Is that what you're going for?
Not quite, no, but it's good to know all the same.
Okay, no, I've never really had issues with buying stuff that's like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I've never, like, this is why I'm confused. Like, the whole, I asked the question, like, surely all the pre-orders have been sold. I don't get that. That makes no sense. It is nonsense.
I mean, if the pre-orders have been sold, those copies are reserved, so they don't count as copies that they actually have, and they should just say, we don't have any.
No, we haven't got any.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So is this just a case of the guy, for some reason, saying, yes, we've got some, but they're taken
you can't
already?
have them. Yeah.
Because
I guess
that's par for the course.
I mean, he's got a tattoo of Claptrap on him. I mean, I'm literally wearing a Claptrap t-shirt right now, but I wouldn't go as far to get that, you know, embroidered on my body for the rest of time.
I think what he's done is just say in a really weird way that what's always been the case, that pre-orders are pre-orders and they don't count as shop stock. But
JJ Tipson sounds like a retarded employee.
It does, and
it sure does.
It sure does. And this is GameStop, so you know that can happen. But
Gibbons, buddy.
I mean, I've got to say, I didn't really think we haven't bought physical discs for several years because of our family sharing and so on. But I kind of thought that physical wasn't in enough demand anymore that you really needed to pre-order much.
Mate, told you, Dead Island syndrome. Can't get it anywhere on disc.
No, you keep plugging away at No Man's Sky being Dead Island syndrome. It was hyped to shit for 3 years, and you can't have it. I will not back down.
Yeah, but it's a shit game, and everyone's bought it.
No, I think it's a good game.
It's not a shit game. Yeah, I know. No. People just fucking
Shaft Master.
Yeah.
No, that's not bad. No, I can't say that. I'm bleeping that out. I said fuck bags. Used the wrong word.
That's good.
That's the first time I've ever done that.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, fucking recording that we've done on this. Jesus.
That was good. I liked that a lot.
I'm going to end up being racist soon, aren't I?
Yeah, you should do it, buddy. Fucking... You go the whole hog.
No, we're done.
No. In conclusion, GameStop are fuckwits. I don't know what's going on with physical retail. But if they had some that they were waiting for people to kind of pre-order, then that would be ridiculous. So I don't really know. But not cool.
Sure. Have you checked out the video that he's on about the Onward, the future of VR?
No, I haven't. Have you?
So Onward is the game. It's a virtual VR first-person shooter where apparently, well, you can move about without doing stupid teleporting, and it doesn't make you feel sick, as the guy repeatedly says in this video.
How do you move? Is it an analog?
I guess so. He's using what's the one? That one, the VR headset. That one,
the Vive.
Yeah, that's the one. HTC. That's what I was thinking of. And you can see him like moving about, but he's not. So yeah, I'm guessing it's on some kind of analog stick or something. And yeah, you can take a squat, you can go prone and stuff like that. And he seems to really enjoy it.
I will definitely really cool. Have a look at that. That sounds very interesting indeed.
Yeah, graphically it's not amazing, but most VR games aren't at the moment. You know.
No, and I think that if you're going to make a sacrifice between the mechanics and the graphics, then I'd rather it be the graphics at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. Like, so you have like your assault rifle, you can clip that to your chest, and then you got your sidearm and magazines down the side, so you can pick them up, and then you've got smoke grenade and actual grenades on your chest, and you can pick them off your chest and throw them. And he made a massive point of like, look, I'm throwing a grenade. Look, there's no fire because it's a grenade. And I kind of like that. Just like every other video game, is like, yeah, there's normally fire coming out of grenades, and it's like, no, there's not.
I've got to say, of all the things that that I loved about my little play with PlayStation VR, the whole reaching out and picking things up, that was the thing. I played that bank heist thing, and when there was like there's stuff on the dashboard of the van that I was sitting in, and I could reach out with the move controllers and pick stuff up, and it was very immersive. So yeah, that sounds really cool. I will definitely watch that video. I look forward to it.
Gibbons, buddy. There's a couple on there. I just watched the one that was highlighted by Mel, obviously. But yeah, it was good.
Nice.
Good research.
Well, thank you for your question, Mel. I hope I didn't butcher it too much. Thanks for your question as well, Funk. And let's finish this thing off before I fucking die. I'm really struggling.
Let's do that.
So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 73 of the JfG podcast. We made it, and I've had a lovely time, and I've been adversely affected by alcohol because of my cold.
Well played.
It's time to shut this shit down, so let's do it. Have you had a nice time?
I've had a lovely time. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Thanks very much, buddy. What should we play now?
Tricky Towers.
I'm up for that. Go-to game, buddy. Fucking game of the year 2016.
It's like the new pure pool.
It sure is. It sure is. It's perfect. It's the go-to. Cool. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Thanks to anyone who tuned into our stream as well. We are going to be pushing the shit out of streams going forward. So we are live every week on a Wednesday evening, about 8 p.m. British summertime. And you can pick us up on there. We will be doing some streams on the consoles. Keep an eye on our Twitter and our Facebook for that. But yes, thank you so much for listening. You can find us at www.justforgamers.co.uk. We are Facebook /the JfG Podcast. Our Twitter handle is at the JfG Podcast. We're also on ChooChube, which is just search the JfG Podcast on there and you'll find us as well. SoundCloud / Just for Gamers. Is that right?
Change SoundCloud, yeah, fine.
I think so, sure. We're on Stitcher, we're on your PlayStation, search for the community, the JfG Podcast. And we're also on Google+, if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. Have a cracking week. I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook / the JfG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.